Hi there. Well, this clip that you're about to see now is all about planes of movement. Now, obviously you've got up, down, side to side, front to back, and then what we call a spiral where you're putting things together, and 45 where you're putting in a couple of planes of movement. Now, every time you do any kind of movement, whether that be strikes, locks, takedowns, or just literally just moving in and out, side to side, whatever, you're mixing up these planes of movement. We take them in isolation first so you can actually understand what those planes are about and then how to apply them. So let's go and have a look at the clips now.
Right, that first one, the up and down movement. To train it, get a focus mitt first of all, and see how hard you can hit it. Now most people will have everything together to start with, and it's like, I want you to really try for it and hit it as hard as you can. Then what I want you to do is to use this movement correctly. So it's almost like you've picked your hand up and it's that heavy, it just drops straight through, and your body's going to drive it through. So you end up with sort of, which gives you a lot more impact. Okay? It comes up and through. Now, you might say, if it's a strike and you're like this, all the body together, it just annoys it, and he's just going to hit you. But when you get the movement correct, when you do it, you get a lot more effect for it. You're right. So this movement gives you what you need. A strike on the top of the chest will make it go, and then you're away from there. Okay? You don't need to be like this. If you do that with the correct movement, of course, you can have a lot more damage. Okay, so we're going to come on to the side to side next. Okay, next movement, side to side. Again, get something to hit, focus mitts are ideal. And most people, when they hit something like this, imagine it's around the face or something, they tend to just whack in and notice that everything's moving together. Now, with a massive amount of movement, and right back here and slamming it in, yeah, you can create some power, but it's a massive movement to do it, and you haven't really got true power in there. Unless you're a big strong guy, then you're okay, but why not hit harder anyway? So again, this body's got to lead, and then the slap comes in. So from here, you just, and it gives you a lot more. From here, and through. From here, and through. Okay, obviously. So again, you've got this, I'll do it ever so light, whatever you want. This side-to-side movement is obviously, it could be open hand, it could be closed fist. If we can keep everything together and start hitting, it's just annoying, yeah? Sorry about this, Steve, but if the body moves correctly and you hit, it gives a completely different effect. Steve's not messing around, he's trained with us a long time, he's done a lot of stuff, he's heavy judo training, all sorts of jiu-jitsu training. He can take a wallop, believe me, but this is different. So the body moves and then the strike, and it is different. Right? Okay, we'll come on to the 45 in a moment. Right, 45-degree movement. It's a mixture of the up and down, side to side. So again, a great way to practice it for impact is to hold a focus mitt roughly 45 degrees, and you're going to strike through it down at that 45-degree angle. Again, a lot of people do it like this, and it's just that the body's moving with the hand. Yeah, it hurts because you're hitting hard and you're a big, strong guy maybe, but you're not delivering your true body weight behind the strike. So remember, the body goes and then the hand. So when you hit 45 degrees, you give proper impact with it. Now it's difficult to get an idea of just how hard these strikes are when you see it on a focus mitt, but trust me, they are impact. Do you mind if you're doing a 45, I'll just do it on your shoulders because it's too much. If you're doing 45 and the body's together, you get like that, and it just annoys the guy. I'll do it very light. When you put 45 degrees in and your body comes with it, it gets a different type of effect. So imagine that if it's on the face, on the body, something like that, even on the leg, and if you do it on the leg, you can just collapse them with it. So there's lots and lots of ways you can use this. We'll come on to the spiral next. Same thing from the other side. This 45 degree, again, doing it wrong, the whole body's moving together, and it just annoys the guy. Okay, when the body moves correctly, you get a different level of impact. And again, you'll see I'm not using this big movement, it's coming from nice and close. Nice and close. It gives a different effect. And like I said before, you can use it anywhere, the head, here, on the leg, where you go. Okay. You use it wherever you want. Okay, now we'll move on to the spiral in a few moments. Right, the spiral. Again, it's difficult to practice on a pad spiral. It's a penetrating, very, very penetrating attack. So what we would do, what we recommend you do, is practice it towards the body first and just get this turn. Okay, I'm doing it correct. And you get this turn. And you can use it in all manner of ways. You can use it up here, you can use it with punches, anything you like. But you've got to get this turn into here. Okay, I'll show you with this hand as well. Into here. So you get your training partner to just feel, first of all, that this, do it more of a push than a stride to start with, and you should feel a little bit of turn when it goes in, and that's what you're looking for to start with. And then when it becomes a strike, it becomes a lot more devastating. And we might practice from somebody grabbing hold, something, and you just put the spiral in. You see how the body turns when you do it. From this side, for example, the second they grab hold, you just put the spiral in, and the body twists as it goes, okay? Yeah. The body twists as it goes away. So when you get that twist, as opposed to a straight down or straight back, you know that spiral's gone in, but your training partner will tell you that anyway. Okay, we'll move on to some more in a moment.
Okay, so we've had a good look at those clips. Now let's discuss these planes of movement and the practice methods. Now obviously what we've done now, we've isolated these. So these are taken in isolation. So you wouldn't necessarily use them on their own. You'll be putting them together and you'll be dynamic as you're moving in and moving around doing things. But as you understand each individual aspect of this, each individual component, then you can really apply them. Now, some people are just naturally good at fighting. They're just doing stuff anyway. And they may not understand how or why what they're doing is working. They just know it works for them. They may just naturally be applying those sort of planes of movement. Other people need educating as to these planes of movement so that they can enhance what they're doing. And also, not only that, it helps you to analyze what you're doing. So if for whatever reason, all of a sudden your power seems off, your timing seems off, you can go back to those planes of movement and analyze what you're doing yourself. You get the feel for it. And you'll find that as you've worked on this and got it ingrained up here, that when you're doing, say, heavy bag or sparring, whatever it may be, but heavy bag's one of the best ways to do this. You can really feel what's going on with the movement, with the power that you're generating, and you can really, really work on that and analyze yourself and make sure that things are working right. It's a fantastic tool to have to dissect things into their constituent parts. And it's very important that you understand that principle of dissecting things into their constituent parts so that you can truly understand it. It makes a huge difference in the learning process and a huge difference in getting you to expand your abilities very quickly. Because once you can dissect everything that you're doing, you can really build it up and you can find the weak areas like that, and then you're away. Because once you've found the weak area, you can fix it. But if you didn't know that weak area existed, you just knew that something was wrong, your punches weren't going in right, but you had no idea why, how do you fix it? When you can break it down and understand and know yourself how and why things are working, when they're not working, you can self-fix. It's called being your own coach. And it's vitally important that you understand that. So, obviously, remember, these are taken in isolation for a reason. And that's the reason for it. Often people look at the clip like that and they'll go, oh, you're just going up and down with a hammer fist. I mean, how can that be used in a real fight? Remember, it's taken in isolation. Give me a couple of days and I'll show you some clips where it's being used a little bit more dynamic so you can understand what I mean. Anyway, there you go. Enjoy. Oh, by the way, you're supposed to do something called subscribe if you haven't done it already, and press that button that says like and stuff like that, and the notification bell thing. According to all my techie people, that helps with some algorithm. All right, brain switched off already. Just press like, press subscribe, and press the bell. That's all you got to do. Thanks a lot. See you soon.